Welcome everybody to another episode of Stand Up Without Borders. And it's my great pleasure to have here today Jiaoying Summers as our guest.
Welcome, hi
Summers.
Guys, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, same here. Actually, I met Jiaoying back in China.
Yeah.
And at the time, Jiaoying was an aspiring actress.
Wasn't doing comedy.
Yes. So I was quite shocked that when you told me you were going to do stand-up comedy in LA, right?
Yeah.
And what made you want to switch to stand-up comedy instead of acting?
As a Chinese American actress who was born in China, my accent is very strong. I've been doing acting and auditioning, but my accent has been a major problem. I have a callback, and then they always think my accent was too strong. So I was auditioning for this TV show called The Rebel. It's John Singleton's TV series, and the main actress, main lead, she's a African American girl who is a cop, and her sidekick is a Chinese American girl. The story is set in San Francisco, in Oakland, and I had the audition, and they loved me, and I got a callback. And then John Singleton was at the callback, and I forgot some lines. I started improvising. Everybody started laughing so hard. They just started laughing so hard. John Singleton just literally he stood up. He walked towards me with his phone, playing Ali Wong's first comedy special, Baby Cobra. He said, "You should do stand up. You're gonna be a star." So I said, "Okay, you like me? Do I have the job now? Are you booking me for the role?" He's like, "Hell no! You don't sound like you are from San Francisco. You're fresh with the boat." So I thought that was a no. So I was very upset. But then he texted me. He got my number. He's like, "Did you do your first open mic yet?" I said, "No." He said, "You should do it. You have very good talent as a comedian." I said, "But I want to be an actress." He said, "Don't worry. When you make it in comedy, everybody and their mother they would want you to be in a movie, to be the lead." So it made me think. That's happened right before I go to China. So I tried to do acting in China, and they want me to lose weight. They think I'm too big and too fat, too dark. So they want me to get lighter.
I just feel that
beauty standard is very different.
I know, it's so hard because I remember this Chinese comedian once joked that guys will get on TV without even thinking about plastic surgery. It's so true in my case.
Yeah. But you're a doctor. You're a PhD.
Yeah, but then because I worked in TV for more than 10 years. I know how harsh it is for women to be on TV.
Well, you are a chemist. You have chemistry in your brain. We have to put a chemical on our face to look better.
Yeah, but that's why I'm always scared about cosmetics. Because I don't know what they put in there. I didn't see the data on mice yet. So I was like,
as a scientist, you are very concerned about what they are going to inject in your face.
Yeah. But when was your first open mic though?
2019.
2019.
October, November.
That was
4 years ago.
4 years ago, I know. I remember we met at the comedy store once. Was that before or after your first open mic?
We first met in China.
No, we first met in China, but then
we met in comedy store. That's when I started to do open micing. Was that 2019? Yeah. Yeah, that's I started doing open mic. I go standing in line for the open mics in the comedy store, the Laugh Factory, and the Improv every week.
Wow.
I decided to do it. I just then I realized there's not enough stage time, so I bought a club on Melrose for myself.
Yeah, that's something I want to talk about next, actually.
Yeah, it's funny. People ask me.
Yeah,
it's all the time.
Yeah, just like most people, like myself, I just keep going to open mics, or maybe host my own show at most. But you actually started 2 comedy clubs, right?
Yeah, it wasn't enough stage time for me, and I know it takes 10,000 hours for you to remotely get better, not even be good at it. So there's impossible, especially in LA, to get 10,000 hours in the time I want to do it. Because I start late, I wanted to get good as fast as I can. The only way to do it is to get on stage wherever, whenever you want. So I bought the clubs. I was hosting 10 open mics a day. I do 10 hours a day, every day.
So that club is called?
The Hollywood Comedy.
The Hollywood Comedy. But did it exist before you buy it?
No, it was a clothing shop.
Oh,
It
it's a
was
clothing shop.
very ugly.
Oh, okay.
I said, you guys are gonna get out of business. Just like give me the lease.
Oh.
This is ugly motherfucker
So
clothing.
they
God.
believed you. They're going to be out.
I mean, they are not making any money, and they want sublease it and as a clothing shop. I'm like, no, just give me the lease. It's gonna be a comedy place.
Oh.
Because I need to be on stage. So she's like, if you pay off my lease, I'll give it to you. I said, sure. So that's
So
what we
now
did.
you own that piece of land.
They didn't sell to me. The Koreans are hard to negotiate. But I have like a long lease, many years.
Oh, wow. So I remember you had another club in Pasadena.
Yes,
Yeah.
I moved to Arcadia. I bought a house there, and it was too much driving for me to go to Hollywood. We still have good business in Hollywood, but I just saw that I have to go to Hollywood for shows in Hollywood. But I was just wondering, I should have a place near my house, like 10 minutes drive. I can just go there after breakfast or like right before my Botox.
During Botox, or?
yeah, during Botox. So I got this place there. But then my touring, it was very successful. It's busy, but my career took off. My touring got very demanding, and it's impossible for me to run two clubs because even though I have staff, but I still have to be in charge of everything. They have to report to me everything. It's just too much work for me. I have two kids.
I know.
I'm a single mom, so.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about. How do you handle this? I know the other day you told me that your mom is helping out.
Yeah,
But still,
thank
it's
God.
a lot of
But also living with my mom is also a full-time job. You know, living with your mom is torture. Especially the Chinese mom, they are full-time job.
Oh yeah, well, it depends on the person, right? You know, some moms are very detail-oriented. They want to know everything.
Yeah, they want to know everything.
Yeah, that's how your mom is.
Yeah, she wants to know everything, and she will make sure I understand that, you know, why I should be grateful that she brought me back from the dumpster. It's very important, I know.
The dumpster story. All the Chinese kids were brought from a dumpster.
Yeah.
Wow. So, how many hours do you sleep every day now?
Last night, I went to sleep at, last night was an exception because I passed out. But the night before, normally I would go to sleep at 1:30, 2 p.m. I want to wake up at 9, but it's not possible because my son, he came to my room in the morning at 7:30 with his truck.
With
fire truck.
Oh, okay.
So I can't.
Me. I was like, you're just driving as well.
No. He's 4. Okay. He bring his fire truck. So as a mom, it's impossible.
Oh, yeah.
I try to get afternoon naps like at least once a week to sleep for 2 or 3 hours in the afternoons. But I really don't sleep as much, and this is kind of a hard time in my life right now.
Yeah.
I don't have child support. I have a very awful divorce, so financially I never really worried about money ever, but now I have to really worry about money because the kids. I had a very hard time. I transferred the cars to my ex-husband. He has the money. He didn't want me to have any money anyway. I was just very depressed. Oh my God, I was so worried I was gonna sell my wedding ring so I can pay for. I have a big overhead. I have a big staff, and then I was like, oh my God, my life is awful. And then my son came to my room, and I read a book for him, and there's a cat in the book, and he's like, Mommy, I'm a cat, meow, meow, meow. He's like licking my face. He's like, I'm a cat. He's like crawling on the ground like a cat. I'm like, oh my God, that kid is dumb. I got to work hard and make money because he's not gonna get laid when he's old. Let me get back to work. So I just like, I'm like, not cancel the shows. I want to do the shows. I went back to work. I'm like, he need help. I need to be rich so my son can have a good life.
Yeah.
My daughter is okay. She's smart.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you have somebody to fall back on.
My daughter, but we are not close. She doesn't like me.
Well, it's just the face, to be honest.
My daughter just asked the mom. I said, Winnie, do you love me? My son, I love you, Mommy. Mommy's so beautiful. Mommy's so smart. Do you love me, Magnolia? I'm like, Mom, what's going on with her? Why she hate me so much? My mom said, I won't live forever. I'll die one day. I want to make sure you don't miss me too much. So I teach her how to hate you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good for Magnolia, I guess.
Yeah, she had got attitude.
Yeah, but do you feel that the son is kind of like a dog? The daughter is like a cat? Exactly,
yeah. Joe, exactly. The son is like a dog. Sometimes I ignore him, try to get attention from my daughter. She's like, I'm just like, but Magnolia, you look so beautiful. She goes, my son's like, Mommy, look at me. I'm like, get away. Go away. Okay. Throw a bone. Go away. Fetch.
Wow. But it's, my son is, teenager now, but I remember when
he grows so fast.
I know. When
oh
he
my
was
God.
Like 2 or 3 years old, I used to tour too. Like after.
Do you take him?
No, he was too little at the time.
But he tell you that he wants to go with you, right?
No, but here's the thing. Sometimes I go home like 1 a.m. After a late night.
Yeah.
He would just leave me a note on the kitchen floor. It was like, "Daddy, I missed you."
That's beautiful.
You know, I was like, "Oh God, that's why it's very hard for me."
It makes you it's very painful. It's very painful. Last night, my son, he got in my luggage. I said, "I know you are here. I can see it. You're not gonna stay here." He said, "No, you didn't see me. Let's go." I'm like, "I see you. We just talked. I'm not gonna lift up and take you there. It's not legal in America. I just can't take you." So.
Well, I think you should take him on a tour.
Yes.
Once in a while.
I think when I make way more money,
Yeah.
I'm going to New York on Saturday.
Yeah.
I just have to take my mom with me and my daughter, which I have to take my maid too. So it's like 4 more people traveling. But when I start making way more money, I can just take him with me to tour. Take the whole tribe. My mom, my maid, and the 2 kids.
Yeah, I'm glad we get to catch you now because you're traveling pretty soon.
Yeah, I leave on Saturday.
Yeah, because the original plan was to spend the spring break with my son in Dallas.
Yes. When are you going to Dallas?
I already came back.
Yeah, you went to Plano. You went to Dallas. Yeah, I'm going to Texas April 10th to 15th to Austin.
Austin. Okay,
to do the mothership.
What?
The mothership, the new club Joe Rogan opened.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Yeah.
Everybody's there now.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, like Austin is probably the 3rd comedy town now.
I think so. Yeah, it's very liberal there.
New York and LA and Oh, that's good to know because Dallas is very conservative.
Dallas is very good. Yeah, Austin. There's nothing wrong about Austin. The only thing is that it's stuck in Texas. Austin is a good city.
Well, it's good to have I went to school at Rice, and that was in Houston.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, but I just feel that in Houston, the only liberal part of Houston is like probably 2 square blocks.
I know.
Around the school, you know, they used to have anti-war protests against the Iraq war.
Wow, that's very liberal.
Yeah,
it's
but
in the college.
Within the little square.
Yeah, same as Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky, the college town. That's the little square of the little blue. Everything else is red.
Because very conservative. But by the way, what did you study in Kentucky?
I studied economics and theater.
Oh.
I want to not be a starving artist.
Oh, okay. That's really
and here I am.
Yeah. well, you're, at least you're having your own business, you know.
Yeah.
So your career is so vastly different from most other comedians, though.
Yeah,
most other comedians, just basically they go to open mic and they get drunk and then they do the same thing again the second day.
Yeah.
That's all they do. You know, they would not think about business.
Yeah, you have to. It's a business. Like first of all, you are the product you are selling, and you just have to be good. Most people think about the networking. You know, we see a lot of comedians like, if I know this and this, I can be good. No, you go on stage, you die every 15 seconds. Nobody can help you. Nobody. You can suck a dick in movies. Like you like you can fuck the fucking producer. You can do 20 takes and they pick the one that you look good in the movie. You can fucking get an Oscar. You know, I'm not judging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like as a comedy.
No.
But comedy, nobody can help you. They can, but technically you go on stage, you die every 15 seconds. Nobody can fly in and be like, say this, you'll be funnier. The audience is live. It's like jazz. You can't be a fake jazz musician. It's live. It's live. So the only way to be good is just to go on stage over and over. I have no ego. The problem with most comedians is that when they bomb, they be like, holy shit, I killed. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? You fucking ate dog shit, bitch. Like, I wouldn't know when I bomb. I'm like, that was bad. It was very bad. Let's fix this. I don't have ego. That's the problem. People they have ego. They're like, I was great. And then you can see, you know the comedian who's been doing it for 25 years. They are so jealous of you. And one of your friend, like, you know, I won't say whose name, like, they start with you and then you took off and they just are the same place and they got bitter, they quit and they got angry because they think they don't know when they bomb. You know, they just don't feel it.
Well, they don't change.
No, they just think they're okay. They blame the audience. They go, those audience suck. No, they don't suck. You suck. They pay you money to laugh. You don't make them laugh, you suck. That's it. There's no other way. Like a magician, you can't put a bunny out of the hat. Fuck you. You're dumb. Like fuck you. You have to do what you do. We are doing things people want to do but can't do.
By the way, you don't say this in front of the person's face, right?
I just say like, I said, yeah, you killed.
Yeah, I agree.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I have wrinkles from laughing. I'm wasting my Botox on your jokes. It was so good.
Wow.
It's awful. I don't understand why you're not on Daily Show. It's just they are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking of wrinkles, once I had this show and this woman in the front row keeps doing this, I was like, that's really racist. You know? I was really mad because I tried to ignore her, but then after 4 or 5 minutes, she was still doing this. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore. I was like, excuse me, man, what are you doing? And she was like, oh, I laughed so hard I was worried about wrinkles.
Oh, that's so cute.
But then I was like, I can't be offended by that. She just keeps doing this.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, Joe, you know now it's trendy to have the fox eye, right? For all the movie stars and supermodels. Fox eye.
Fox eye.
Fox eye is like they would do Botox and to move their eyes upper like this, look a little Asian, but it's like you look alert and you useful.
So Botox look is popular now.
Well, it's different. Some Botox just like remove the wrinkles, but they actually would pin your eyelid upper like this one, so you look younger and more useful. You look at the Bella Hadid or like the Kardashians or like Ariana Grande, their eyes go like this because you look younger and sexier, and it's just the cultural appropriation because I was born with a chinky eye. Now you're gonna buy this on Tuesday, telling me that you look like this? Fuck you, bitch. That's my eye, right? Like it's very popular. The fox eye, like this.
Oh, fox eye. It's called fox eye.
For poor people, you can just do a ponytail, like a pin like this. Like, you have money, you can do the fox eye. Fox eye is very trendy.
Wow, well, I learned something today.
Yes, fox eye.
By the way, do I have fox eye?
You have Asian eyes. Go upper, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, they are trying to, yeah.
Okay, so mine is Asian eyes, not fox eyes.
Fox eye is like, I think Lucy Liu, she has fox eye.
Oh yeah, but
like 单凤眼, 凤眼.
Oh, okay,
it's beautiful. Like it go up like this. It's like very useful because like Asians don't reason, right? The way your eye is positioned is going up. It's not dropping.
You see, the other day, I think I couldn't remember what club it was. I just said, Asians don't reason. And some people got offended. I was like, what?
Everybody, you can't say anything anymore.
Yeah.
But I say everything. I'm gonna offend everybody.
Yeah.
So.
But it just depends on the crowd, you know. Also, the other time, I remember this comedian was saying "pussy" on stage.
That was a bad thing.
What?
But when was pussy like a very awful on stage, like many years ago?
No, it's just this time in Dallas.
Oh,
you know, one audience members yelled out, "Shame on you!" There was a woman. I was like,
you're like, because you don't have a good pussy, bitch. That's why you shame on me. If your pussy is good, you'll be getting laid and happy and smiling like her.
Yeah, but you know, everybody has their own sensitivity, I guess.
Yeah, when I was in San Francisco, I performed for this charity crowd for Asian women. They were woke. They were not happy about things I'm saying, about everything. Like they were just really worried about laughing. They were very woke. San Francisco is very woke.
Oh.
You know that, right? Seattle is also woke?
Yeah, but then I don't know. See, here's the thing, you know, I don't even know what is woke anymore. If I say something, I'm not sure if it's cool anymore. Because I know it's cool yesterday. I don't even know if it's cool today.
Yeah, it's always changing.
Yeah, the standard changes so quickly, you know.
Yeah. I think I made a lot of gay people angry at me because I was roasting Sam Smith. He was wearing the black latex thing. I said, that looked like a Satan's butt plug.
Oh.
I'm like, that's gay text. People were like, you are saying gay as a negative thing. I'm like, it's definitely positive. There's nothing wrong about gay. It's funny because it's so flamboyant. It's like very gay, very big. Gay is not a bad thing, you know. Whatever the neighborhood is gay, it's going up. You know? I want all the gays to live next to me. I want gays. I want to be surrounded by gays. People just like, I love gay people, you know. People just get so offended. Like you said gay text as it's a bad thing. I'm like, why are you so insecure about it?
The same reason I love to park right next to a Tesla, you know, just safer there.
Yes.
They will break into a Tesla, but not my car. Right?
Exactly. That's my car.
That's your car?
Yeah.
Tesla's your car?
I have a Tesla, yeah.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I would really want to talk about the impact that Joe Wong has in comedy.
Okay, well, thank you so much, but I thought this is my podcast.
It is, but like, I wanted to really verbalize your impact in comedy.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't embarrass me.
I think you get embarrassed because it's a lot of worship, but I think it's important for people to know. It's impactful, especially right now, all of the Asian hate going on towards us. Okay, so I'm the guest here at Joe's podcast. When I met him, I wasn't a comedian. I was an actress trying to make it in Hollywood and in China. And I was too ugly for China, and my accent was too much for Hollywood anyway. But this bitch is here right now. What I'm saying is like, I think Joe Wong humanized Asian Americans. What I'm saying that is like, we have Ali Wong and Margaret Cho. They've done an amazing job to open the doors for Asian American comedians, but they were born here. They have an American accent. But actually, if you think about the majority of Asian Americans, especially the older generation or the younger ones, we have an accent. Even like people who's been living in America for like 50 years, they have an accent. And the way Margaret and Ali, when they talk, they are really the cool Asian Americans who speak American English. But when Joe Wong came to the thing, like he came to comedy, and his jokes are very, very strong, powerful, with respect. And also, he has this accent that he's obviously from China, who is a first-generation immigrant. And being in the mainstream, being on Colbert Island show and the White House, it really humanized the majority of Asian American immigrants. Asian American first generation.
Yeah.
Yes, even like so the older people who also have an accent. They've been living here forever. They are not like
one thing is about accent is we suffer from that. And when I was trying to get on the Letterman show, the producers were like, "Oh, he has this thick accent. What if people in the Midwest couldn't understand him?" I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I played in Ohio before, and they're fine with it. But they always worry, maybe the less sophisticated people will not be able to understand me, but which is not the case.
Yeah, they understand it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with network TV shows, that when they want to cast me, they're like, I don't think people in Kentucky understand you. I said, they understand me. I've been serving dim sum in Kentucky. They understand me.
Yeah, that's still, I couldn't believe that's still an issue. Even when I was in acting class, some of the coaches are kind of condescending. They're like, "Oh, you're doing well for someone whose English is their second language." I was like, "Oh God, I really hate people when people are saying that." Because we don't have less of a vocabulary compared to them.
You're a doctor. You're a PhD.
Yeah, but also, I'm pretty sure your vocabulary is way bigger than most Americans because you studied here, you got your degree, you worked hard. But people don't see it like that, So.
Yeah, but you open the doors for a comedian who is Asian American with an accent, because it's been normalized for other race forever. We have the British accent, we have a Spanish accent, like Sofia Vergara, like Salma Hayek. They have an accent, and they want to show a real Latino. They want them to have an accent, and it's a good thing to showcase. But for us, it's like it's awful. It's no, nobody can. But when you open the door, I have an accent. I'm not gonna change this shit. And I sell a lot of shows, and I have fans. People love me. They know me. So we are just gonna normalize that what we are, who we are, because we don't represent nobody. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, you go to anything. There's a lot of sophisticated Chinese American, Asian American people. They make a great living. They are great people. They contribute so much to society. They have an accent, and they live. They exist. That's America. It's a culture melting pot for different cultures.
Yeah, what is more insulting is sometimes people think fake accent is the real one.
Oh no, I know, it's awful. I couldn't get any job with having my real accent. They have
because they would rather hire somebody
put on a fake accent.
Put on a fake accent. And this is a true story. Once I attended a comedy stand-up competition, and one category was who can imitate Asian accent the best.
That sounds racist.
I know it sounds really racist, but I figured it's an opportunity, so I went on. And as the only Asian person, I got second place.
Who got first place?
It's a friend of mine.
Matthew Mooney? Like who?
Yeah, so I just said to him, hey, how did you get first place? He was like, oh, I was just imitating you, Joe. So basically, a fake accent is considered as more authentic than the real one.
Yeah, it's
So,
racism. Like Asian people can't play Asian. They have yellow face. The eye taped back to play Asian. Like Anna May Wong cannot play a Chinese woman.
Oh.
They have a German actress to have her face yellow painted and her eye taped back to play the good earth. That this woman who put the yellow face, she got an Oscar. And Mei Wang can't even play Chinese because the lead guy was a white guy, and legally there's not interracial marriage allowed during that time in Hollywood. There's a kissing thing, and it's not legal for an Asian American to kiss a white guy. So they cast a white girl to play Asian girl. That's the bullshit excuse, like when they have the brown paperback to test if you are black enough, you are too black for TV, for movie. It's just racism.
Yeah, but those are the things people don't want to talk about. Also, we talked about this COVID thing off camera. I remember I was invited by a TV network. They want to have a panel to talk about this. The subject was COVID-induced anti-Asian racism. I said, okay, I can talk about it, but I also want to talk about the racism toward Asians before COVID. Then they were like, okay, we're going to find somebody else. You know, they were like, they only want to talk about a specific issue. They don't want to dig too deep into.
I think they just wanted to
hate,
do a clickbait
yeah.
for their views. That's all. They don't really care about Asian Americans.
Yeah. And also, it's very hard for Asians to talk about racism. At least this was in the past.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I even had a white guy throw water at me. This was probably 10, 15 years ago. Just because I was talking about Asians and Asian American status in the society. And he was not happy about it. It was like, their attitude is, not you two. We had enough with the blacks, not you Asians. No, we don't owe you Asians anything.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying to me.
You got the same thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe they're gentler toward a female comedian or something.
No, they hate me. They hate if you are just gonna go on stage like, oh, sucky, I love you long time. I want to suck your dick. I'm so submissive. They like you. They want you to be the caricature. They want you to train you into this like little submissive little piece of shit. They make you a star in Hollywood with an Asian skin. Like somebody, I want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. So you only say things like, oh, like being this caricature, and you never speak about what's going on. They like you, but I'm very outspoken. I do talk about Asian hate, like one of the main themes is what's going on. I talk about that. I'm very outspoken, so they hate me for it because I have a very powerful voice, and I have 2 million followers, and my fans understand me, love me for what I say. So they hate me because they don't want you to say things that matters, because they want you to be famous in this circle, so you get paid a lot of money for being a slave to the media, the Asian erasure, like they erase your identity, they dehumanize you. Even though we can see a lot of Asian stars in the past, or somebody who's working in the business, but they can't be outspoken, they get canceled. Like when you tell them, like, I don't want to talk about Asian hate before the pandemic, they're like, no. So they can find somebody who's afraid to talk about it. You're like, fuck off. But if everybody's like you, they have no choice, but let us speak out.
Yeah, I understand, because everybody has their career at stake.
Exactly.
If you're a fan, this producer, that director, you don't have a job. It really happens. What's his name? Ke, right? The guy who just got the Oscar this year.
Yeah.
He didn't get booked for any role for 25 years.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to a writer, and she just said to me, she was looking at audition tapes for a show. She was just said to me, in the beginning I was wondering, why are all the Asian actors so bad at acting? Then she realized, they don't have any opportunities to audition. Like white and black actors, sometimes they audition, 2-3 times a day. But for Asians, at least I know that during the half year I stayed here, I got 1 or 2 in half a year. It's just there's no practice.
It's a whole system. There's no money for Asian American stories, and Asian American in generally, we are not encouraged to get into entertainment. Be a doctor, be a lawyer. And then there's no money for Asian American projects. So there's no money for Asian American writers because we have to have good writers to write our story in order to create good movies. And so there's not good stories. All the roles they wrote them for us, like we are the victim or the villain. Like we are not humanized. Asian man and Asian female, we are just not humanized. There's not good Asian roles. And they just typecast the same people, play the same thing. And I think like if we put more money for Asian writers, for Asian project to write our story, we can really get a lot of great Asian actors because there's no good
and also
projects.
I feel that the immigrant story is also, distorted a lot because a lot of the immigrant story was written by second, third, fourth generation Asian Americans. They write about their parents and stuff. That's from their perspective. But then from my own perspective, it's very different from what I go through versus what they see. So it's that's why for the first generation, a lot of time people say you have to sacrifice a lot. But then the reason I started doing comedy is also because I want to tell the immigrant story. Everybody says America is a country of immigrants, but then there are really no great shows about actual immigrants. That's just hard.
Not especially there's no shows about Asian immigrants.
Asian first generation immigrants. It's very hard.
There's amazing stories about the Jewish community in America because the Jewish like a lot of artists and they are in entertainment. Like they would contribute a lot of time and energy to invest money for their story to be told right. We are just not, as Asian Americans, we are just not encouraged to get into entertainment. And that's why I really think it's very great to empower kids to chase their dreams. Whatever you want. If you work hard, you can make it. But don't be a comedian. Be broke. Unless you like be poor.
But then you have a business too, right?
Well, my club doesn't really make real money. But it's my legacy, and it's where I can really promote. We have all Asian female show, all Asian male show. It's unheard of. There's no place would have an all Asian show, and we are very busy. It's all sold out because people want to see it. There's Asian people, they want to see all Asian female show, like they want to see that.
And also, does the location help?
It's good location. Like a location. That's a big cash-in. That's what he said. I don't care. Like it has to be the best location. It has to be like within 2 miles of the major clubs. So I can get big comedians to come to play. And it's getting better. I think it's getting better. But
how did you break into bigger clubs like Laugh Factory?
I did it the hard way. I just auditioned. Standing in line with everybody every Tuesday. I stand there for hours and hours and hours. I think the person who gave me a break is Rita at the Improv. So months and months, 6 or 7 months, finally I got a call back. She gave me a book spot. And then I've been auditioning for the Laugh Factory for a year and a half. Every Tuesday I go there, but no luck. But finally there's a casting call. The Laugh Factory think they don't have enough female comedians. So they did a competition, the search of the funniest female comedian. It was a lot of comedians been doing it for 20 years. People flew in from UK to audition for the, because you're gonna become a paid regular, got passed at the club. And I think it was like around 80 people. And I sent my tape and I got an audition and I auditioned. I won the competition.
Oh, really? Wow.
So I just won it, but people think it's like, oh my God, just so fast. I'm like, I've been standing in line for a year and a half under the sun with the homeless and the crazy people, literally. It's been, when I passed it, and I saw my face on the marquee with Ali Wong, and I remember John Singleton told me, he showed me her, that's how I started comedy because he convinced me to do it. But he died he was running on the beach and he died from a heart attack. That's why you should eat burgers, don't work out. You die anyway.
Wow.
So I remember
Sorry to hear that. I didn't know he passed.
Yeah. So it was kind of crazy. But it took me a long time. I just did it the hard way.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard. But it happens.
Yeah. Wow, that's really amazing. And also, from your look, you don't look like a regular open micer. You're very stylish. You have a sense of fashion and style. Is this by design or you just like dress this way? Or?
I've always been a girl who loves fashion. I've always been that person, but I was advised by many, many people to not dress up while I'm doing comedy because people don't take you seriously. They don't think you're a real comedian.
I don't
if you look
agree,
pretty.
though.
People say that to me. I'm like, guess what? I'm not gonna wear an overall. I'm gonna look amazing. Look at Joan Rivers. Look at Jane Carroll. They all dress up. They look glamorous. Like I'm not whatever, whatever. I'm gonna be me because I'm not gonna talk about being broke and fuck gas in the benches. Like that's not my life. I'm not gonna get on my knees if I can't extra your wallet. Like I'm not gonna waste my life on broke piece of shit.
I see.
I have like I love to look good. If you are from the dumpster, if you get out of it, you wear Dior.
So, but then you basically design your own clothes, or at least you have. You don't have anybody helping you out.
I have a stylist.
You have a stylist.
My stylist would today would be like our podcast. She will. I have outfit laid out for all my appearances in every podcast, every show. I don't even repeat my outfits.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just I became one of the few women in comedy with style. So I have a lot of sponsors, a lot of showrooms would like to give me clothes for me to wear. I have two stylists that they would get me outfits.
No wonder. I was like, how could you do this? You're doing like 10 shows a day.
Yeah.
And then running, you have two kids, you're touring, and then you have to think about what to wear during the day.
My stylist, she's very good. So I have her laying out all my outfits because I wanted to. Because a woman look like me in China is not traditionally attractive because we have a standard of beauty, like Fan Bingbing. Like you have to be pale skinned, skinny, a very feminine feature. You have big cheeks, big jawline, big lips. It's like, So, but in America, I'm beautiful. And I really want to inspire younger Asian girls to understand that if you have big lips, you have dark skin, you are curvy, you have big curvy body, you are still beautiful. So that's why I wanted to really create this image like Beyonce, like Marilyn Monroe, like beautiful and powerful, not like, she's a comedian, she's ugly, but no, you can be everything. That's what I want to inspire girls to not change their body for the social standard because you may be ugly in China, but God, you're gonna be hot in America. So like you are hot somewhere in the world. Like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, drink. So I really want to maintain my look and my style so people understand. You as an Asian girl, you don't have to be pale to be attractive. You can just be you. Wow. I think it's important for me to show them because
Thanks for saying this.
In Chinese we say 邪心 means like ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be funny because you're ugly.
Yes, because or maybe you have to be overweight or ugly to be funny. But then that's not the case.
No, and still today, like in China, if you're like curvy like me or have big cheeks and big lips, you're just not traditionally beautiful in Chinese standard. But actually you are. There's beauty in every color, every shape, and being skinny is more important. But having big hips, big butt is like in China, like
but standards could change. But at least for now,
I want to really just be the person. Whenever a girl look like she's not pretty, and she'll let me say, why is she so confident? Why people love her so much?
Cool.
Maybe I'm beautiful too.
All right. Yeah, I think you're also unique in another sense that you actually have a very strong social media following. Yeah, but that was done on purpose too, right?
Yes, because it's very hard. When I bought the club, 2 months later, pandemic came. I couldn't. I lost the business. There's no business, but I intend to keep the club, and I have nothing to do. I was going on stage 10 hours a day to. There's no stage. I mean, I can still go there. I drove to my club, talk to the empty room because holding a microphone on the stage, it just is different. The energy is different.
Wow.
I go to the club by myself, and then I put my camera there. I talk to my camera, telling my jokes to my camera. Then I start posting on TikTok, and then I realized that I start blowing up. So I start posting 5 videos a day. 5 videos a day, every day. I was pregnant with my daughter. I was throwing up in the toilet, and then I post more. I was pushing my daughter out of in the hospital. I'm like, I have to post this video right now because she didn't have to come, but like this video has to be out because my marriage wasn't working. And I was grabbing into this reality that there's a possibility I would have a career in comedy because I really wanted to have custody. I wanted to, but if I don't have money, because I gave up my career for my ex, I was in investment. I was making good money before I met him, but I gave up my career because he's very wealthy, so I can have a family life. But then I realized that he's not gonna let me have a career. He's very controlling and he's a narcissist. So, I mean, for a lot of Chinese women who do not want to work, he's a good husband. He's not like bad, but for somebody who wants a career, he does not want that, and he'll make sure it doesn't happen. So I know I'm leaving him, and I know that the only way to leave him is to have a career, because I'm not gonna be able to give up my kids. I need to have them.
Wow.
I'm not afraid of work. I'm
What
afraid of
amazing
not having
story.
them.
Jesus.
So I have no choice but to build a big following on social media. Before the pandemic is over, I can go back to the world with 1 million followers and go on stage and get past with the big clubs. With the clubs and my followers, I sell tickets. They book me because I'm funny, I sell tickets. It's money. In a day, there's 20 people, 40 people come to see me, they want photos, so the club want me back because I put the butts on the seats, because I have my following and I don't do makeup on my videos, it's all jokes. I only do jokes. And I test my materials on my social media. That's why it moves so fast for me, because I found my voice. Mostly it takes like at least 6 or 8 years to find the voice. I found mine in 2 years because
just by doing this on social media.
on social media, when a joke past 1 million views, I know it's relating to my audience. So I only develop my bits and jokes that pass 1 million views. I would try out 5 or 6 different materials jokes, but I only work on the joke that pass 1 million views. So my act is all my real life, and it's all being tested on social media with millions of views. I know people want to hear more about it because there's millions of views. That's the proven.
But then, do you actually have to pick and choose subject matters, like topics?
So when I just I just talk about today. What happened? My mom and I, my husband, my daughter, my kids. I just try them out on my social media, tell a joke, and then one video go to 1 million views. I'm gonna work on this. Oh, this is about my mom and my relationship. I'll write more jokes about that. So that's how I do. I don't really know, because I wanted to not predict anything, because I'm not anybody in comedy. I don't have experiences. I want the audience to decide, because they decide what's funny.
Wow, that's.
But it's also my real life. I don't like it's me. I'm selling.
Yeah, for old guys like me, this is like unheard of approach.
It's new.
We always have to try everything in front of a live audience a few times, different locations.
Yes. So I didn't have the time. I wasted my years to do it. So I did it on social media. So I still tried out my materials. And then when I write jokes.
You still do it now?
No, now I have now I learned what's my audience, what's my voice, because I use that to find my voice. Now I found my voice. Is that I'm the woman who is fresh out of water, who has a very strong point of view, who is from a very tough background, and who is a strong woman. I talk about my real life. Now I found my voice. I basically just clip my stand-up clips to all my social media platforms, what I say, and they go viral. Then I work more on that for my 1 hour. Just focus on the thing that relating. It's like it's a conversation. We're talking to the audience.
So
and
you've been
relation.
doing this for how many years? 2 years?
My comedy career?
No, just
social media.
Social media. Just trying your.
I think
looking for a
almost
voice
3 years.
On social media, almost 3 years.
I think I think when I start really headlining, that's when I really found my voice. Everything I started writing start work, because I found my voice. I know what I'm saying, who I am. Because finding out who you are is a big deal in comedy.
Yeah, that everybody says. Everybody says stand up is easy. You can just go up and talk. But the tough part is finding a voice. That's actually the threshold.
Yeah, you have a voice, you're gonna last. You don't have your voice, you can be here and you can be gone tomorrow. Voice is very important, and most people just like trying to be funny. Be funny is the least you should worry about. You should give me more advice about being on stage, because you have experiences like how much they hate you. They just hate us because we look like this. It's no other excuse. People hate us, and that's why we should show our face more, so we humanize our people.
Yeah, I think, what do you think of Hollywood right now? There are, Oscar winners, like movies that are doing really well, both critically and in the box office. So what's there left to do for people like us?
I think finally, we come from little Asian kids being made fun of on the stage of Oscars for having the first Asian American movie, Everything Everywhere at Once. I met Daniel, winning groundbreaking in 95 years. I think it's just the door. It just had to open a little bit more, but may close any minute. So we have to really take this time and fight for our voice and existence in Hollywood, because it's not gonna be easy. Just because there's something cracked open doesn't mean like, okay, now they're gonna respect us. Hell no, they won't. And every day is a fight. You can see like for Key having this big role in this major movie and then like 25 years silence. So it's every day is a battle. Every day is a war. Every day of my life is a war. Even today, like I would go to a club that I'm a regular. Like I have to have another comedian trying to like, oh, can I go before you? Can I like I'm gonna run the light? I'm like, no, you're not. Before like as an Asian woman, I'm like, oh, don't worry. No, I'm like, no, I have kids. I'm gonna go home now. No, you are not going to run the light. We both have 15 minutes. They're like, oh, I've been doing this for. I'm like, don't care. I don't care. Just look at this time. I have 15. You have 15. I'm not gonna do 10. You do 20. No. They came here to see me. I'm like become this big bitch, which I don't want to be. But they force me. They made me do it. I've been polite and nice, and they talk shit about me. People hate me so much. When you make moves and you make it fast, people hate you so much. They hate you so much, like they want to destroy you. And the only thing you have to do is just I always say you are only as good as your last show. Like I don't have any ego. Like I just want to make sure this show I kill. They pay me, I'm here, you came to see me, I murder. That's the best thing I can do it to everybody. And people talk shit about me, you care about it so much. No, I don't. You're not gonna feed my kids, I don't care about it. What do you think? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be hungry if I'm upset about it, anything.
Wow, good for you.
It's hard for us to not care because we care about people's feelings. We are taught to not be arrogant,
be
taught to be wrong.
Yeah,
to just like, but you can't do it because people take advantage. They think you are stupid. They think you're dumb.
Yeah, I kind of learned it the hard way too. You know, you just let them do their thing, but then they don't respect you.
No.
They're just like,
No.
Okay, so I think our interview is drawing to an end, but I have one question. I don't know if it's convenient for you to answer. I remember you told me the story about when you were in Henan. You were trying to get out of the place, and you promised your parents you're going to make like 300,000 RMB or something. I think it's a really interesting story, but I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I was trying to convince my mom I want to go to America, but she won't let me.
Okay.
Because I supposed to go to Peking University because I was very good in school, and I was very good in classical Chinese literature. I'm a very good writer in Chinese. I've been writing poetry since I was a little girl.
Oh, really?
I'm a poet. I've been writing poetries, but that's why I'm good
with my
word.
What a waste for you to speak English.
Right? It's wasting, but because the love you have for word, I read my jokes, I know which word to say. That's like a bullet. It's very powerful. I don't waste my words.
That's so probably a common thing among comedians.
Yes,
right? We really love words. You know?
Yeah. So my love and passion for words kind of helped me now as a comedian because I write all my own materials and I know which word to use because I love words. I love words. So I want to go to America to become an actress. But I said I would go there for college. My mother won't let me. And then eventually, like I begged her for like 3 years. Last year in high school, she's like, if you can raise your first year tuition in 2 days, I'll pay for your school in America. I said, sure.
2 year tuition in 2 days.
I rode my bike. I went to my middle school classmate. We went to a different high school. I went to the best school in Henan. And then I went there. I'm like, listen, I need to get like $20,000. And you're going to help me. She goes, how do I do that? I said, your dad is very rich, and I'm going to talk to him. So I said, hey, Uncle Xi, so the things like, I have to talk to you because I'm going to America, and I have a deal for you. I think you should make me and your daughter god sisters because your two sons, they are super lazy, they gamble. You're getting older, and they're going to be losers. They are still playing video games since they are 40. So your daughter, she's like weak, she's dating this ugly guy who's but I will be very successful. I'll be her god sister. I'll take care of her, and just all you have to do is to give me $20,000.
You said this to his face?
To his face.
Oh, wow. Okay.
$20,000.
Okay.
My mom would pay for
You
everything.
actually got the $20,000 in cash or like?
So he said, wow, you actually make sense. Let me talk to my feng shui master, see if our signs match, like our zodiac sign and your birth. You是顺我还是克我是吧? They have to know if I'm going to be good for his life or I'm going to be bad for him. So apparently, I'm going to make his business better and helping his daughter. So he made me and his daughter god sisters. He became my godfather, and he called my mom, what's your bank account? Because he knows her. She owns 2 restaurants, She's not like nobody. She can do the money if she wanted to give me. And he goes to her restaurant, and he knows who she is. She goes, what do you want? What's wrong? He's like, well, your daughter's going to America, and she needs the money. She's like, my mom's like, oh, don't worry, it's a joke. I'm not really letting her go to America. I'm just like testing her. He's like, well, you can do whatever you want, but I promise her the money because now she's my daughter's god sister, and I'm not gonna. It's my promise. I'm gonna deliver because if I don't give the money, my daughters won't have a god sister, and she's gonna be good for her. My mom's like, oh shit. So she's like, well, if you can get 20 grand in 2 days, you probably won't die in America. So she sent me here.
Oh wow! Yeah,
that's true. I was.
Wow, I love that story.
17.
But, yeah, wow. But I think the spirit is still in you. Though.
Yeah, it's still in me, and it's stronger than ever. I'm not really fighting for myself to go to America, but for my community. A woman, Michelle Go, who looked just like me, she got pushed into the subway in New York City because she looked like me. And I met her father in San Francisco last week, and I was crying, and I couldn't. I don't want to cry because I have beautiful makeup. Like I spend so much money on my makeup. I have a red carpet, but I couldn't help. It's a point like my face are like black with all my mascara. I look at this amazing gentleman who lost his daughter. I'm a parent. I can't imagine losing my child, especially to this hate crime because she looked like her. She looked like me. She can be anybody. And now I think the fight I have in me is not just for me, it's for us, for our people. Exactly, that's why I'm going to keep my whole mouth open. I'm not going to censor myself. What's happening is what's happening. I'm not going to make it pretty so other people feel, the racist people feel better about themselves. No, you hate me because I have this chinky face. You hate the Japanese because you think they are Chinese. And COVID made everything worse. But before COVID, you were making fun of little Asian kids on Oscar. Imagine that's a black kid. Imagine that's a Latino. It would be fucking protests.
Yeah, I know.
That's before COVID. Nobody coughed.
Yeah, exactly. And also, even before COVID, so many like Asians eating dog jokes on stage. And, like Jay Leno was singing Jap on stage, calling Asians Japs from stage. But later he apologized. But still,
because it's jeopardizing his career, not because he feel bad about it.
Nobody.
He didn't feel bad about it.
Yeah, Bill, was it Bill Maher? He called this Asian activist the head chink. He would never apologize. Just like it was like. Even liberals don't.
Martin Freeman called Lucy Liu ugly like a dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's like even the liberals don't treat Asian Americans as people. It's just like it was.
Yeah, I just say, what does your cousin's pussy taste like? Ask me about fucking dog meat.
Man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't waver. I talk about people. I just don't care. I'm like, whatever, cancel me. I don't give a fuck. And you have to not give a fuck at the beginning. Like right now, I don't give a fuck about anybody. Whenever something happens, like Jada, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go hard on her.
I know, you love going at Jada.
Jada and fucking Meghan Markle. And she's an attention-seeking bitch. And she probably run her own PR agent. Like she's like, make me famous. I'm so fuck you. Like just stop it. No, there's more important things happening in the world right now.
I know,
we don't have to care about your ugly face. I mean, she's hot. She looks like a Halle Berry if Halle Berry's still in Ohio with her own nose.
Man, Halle Berry is good.
Halle Berry is amazing. He's gorgeous. Yeah, Halle Berry has a career. Like she's an actress.
Exactly.
What is Meghan Markle? You married a prince. And now like everybody's the royal family is racist. They were racist day one. They're like, I never know. Yes, you do. You're married for because he's a prince. Meghan Markle is not Princess Diana. Princess Diana want to. Not in the spotlight to be the people to go to the orphanage with no paparazzi to be with the kids. But Meghan Markle's like, where's the camera? Where's the camera? Where is it? Look at my face. Look at this.
I don't have privacy. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like a fucking attention-seeking whore. Yeah. I don't care. She's the princess. I'm like, fuck that. Like, I don't give a fuck your princess. Like, if you don't buy diapers for my son, you mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
The only people I care about is who write me checks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of reached that stage in my life too. In the beginning, people were like, oh, he's a billionaire. You know, we should listen to him, respect him. And I was like, did he give me $1?
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, with that, that's our show. That's a wrap. So thank you so much again for listening to Stand Up Without Borders. And thank you so much, Jiaoying Summers, for being a gracious guest here. And that's it. See you next time.